today I'm going to be doing a really fun video, and I've never done this before, so please tell me what you guys think below, but I'm going to be doing my very first nail tutorial. Yay! This is what they look like, and they're like holiday ribbon inspired nails, and I hope you guys like this tutorial. And let me know if you guys want any more nail tutorials. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. So you're only going to need a few things for this tutorial, and they're pretty much all up to you. You can change this any way you want to make them unique to you. My base color here is a red, so if you want to do red, you can do that. But the one I'm using is called Karina by Zoya, and it's this gorgeous shimmery red color. Then I'm going to be using a green color, and this one is called Worn Before by Sinful Colors. This one is specifically for nail art, so that is why it's in a skinny tube. If you don't actually have a nail art nail polish, then that is totally okay because you can use a toothpick or an old paintbrush that you don't use anymore. Then you're going to need a base coat. The one I'm using is by Nail Teaks, and it is Formula 2. Then this is optional. You can have a sparkly shimmer color. Mine's Wet n Wild called Kaleidoscope. It's really cute. And then you're going to need a French manicure pen. This one is white. You can use any kind of white nail art pen. If you don't have this though, there are a couple other options. You can use one of these that you can use, because we're just going to be doing dots with the white, but you can just use this to dot, or you can use simply a toothpick and that works just as well. And then, most importantly, is definitely a good top coat. And sorry, mine's open, but mine is Sush Feet top coat, my absolute favorite. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, do a base coat down. So I'm using my Nail Teaks one. And this is really important because you're going to protect your nail from discoloration from the nail polish. And even though I have gel nails, I still like to use a base coat to protect them. So we're just going to be doing a layer of that, and it's also really important to put them on the tip of your nail as well, all your polishes, and that's going to keep your polish from staying even longer. The first color I'm going to be taking is my shimmery red color. Again, you can use a red color or you can use an emerald green. I think that would be really pretty. And then you could use, like a red instead of the green that I'm going to be using. So you can switch this up to any colors that you want. And if you're going to do this not as a holiday tutorial, but as kind of just non-holiday, then you can use other colors and it won't look so festive and Christmassy. So again, that's what mine look like. But after our base coat dries, I'm going to take my red color. And this color is actually really opaque, so I only need one coat of this. But if you have a color that's not very opaque and you're going to need 2 coats, that is perfectly fine. But I find it easier to use a color that is already going to be opaque because we're going to be applying nail polishes on top of that, and we don't want it to be too thick. And then don't forget the tip. Oops, I'm out of the picture, sorry. I just painted the tip though, as you can see. So that is just one coat of the Zoya red polish. Absolutely gorgeous. You can honestly just leave them like this and they will be really holiday inspired anyway, but I just like to add some extra little stuff to it. So if you want to see how I continue, then you can keep watching. Next thing I'm going to do is take my Sinful Colors Nail Art green nail polish and start drawing on the lines. As you can see from my finished nails right here, I did kind of random lines. I know it's kind of hard to see the there you go. As you can see, the lines are different. They're kind of like checkery inspired, but I kind of wanted to do them like holiday ribbon inspired. So I just kind of did them random. Some are diagonal, some are not. And I like to kind of switch it up like that so they're not all the same. So I just drew one horizontal line. And then I'm going to take the green again and draw 2 lines going vertically like that. And you can see, do you know what I mean when it kind of looks like a ribbon? I know it's not really focusing, but I try to make it look like a little ribbon when you're, like those plaid ribbons that you wrap a present with. And then this one I'm going to make diagonal just to make it a little bit more interesting. As you can see, using a nail, like a nail polish meant for this, then it's a lot easier than using just a brush. But if you have like an eyeliner brush that you don't use, or an old paintbrush, that'd work perfectly. Or even a toothpick will work, but this works a little bit easier than that. So I'm just going to continue doing that. I'm going to go horizontal. I kind of switch off every other. I'll go horizontal and then diagonal. And then this one I'm actually going to do a double diagonal line instead of going down, but if you want to continue with that same pattern you can. I just wanted to make this one a little bit different from the rest. Okay, so now we're going to wait till that green dries a little bit before applying the white. And we're going to apply the white on top of the green, so just make sure that you let that dry a little bit, or else you're going to have one big goopy mess and you're going to have to start all over, and that's not going to be fun. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes and then I will be right back. So once the green has dried a little bit, I'm going to take my white manicure pen, and I like to dot mine on the paper a few times before I actually go on, because it tends to get very liquidy. When you push it down right away, it'll just come pouring out, and that's going to ruin all your nails. So just make sure you don't make that mistake. And first I'm going to just dot right on the green in between where those little, where they meet, you know, so it's like a little checker. And that's just going to add some cute design to it. You can add them wherever you want though. If you want to add them on the red. And you can make them bigger, smaller than this. Just like that. I'm going to go on the longest stripe right here and just do 4 dots. So while you wait for those white dots to dry, I'm going to go ahead and take my Kaleidoscope shiny nail polish. So I'm just going to take my silver polish and put this on the bottom stripe of this thumbnail right here, just to add some more glam, I guess. And that's the only nail I'm going to do it to, just because it's kind of like my accent nail. So now I'm just going to wait for this white to dry and then we can finish it off. The final step to this look is finishing off with a really good top coat. I love Sash Vite because it's very thick but very fast drying. So I'm just going to be applying 1 coat of this. Don't forget to add the top coat right on the edge of your nails. Alright guys, so that is it for my nail tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below though. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!